Hi everybody, I wanted to make this video to show one of the DC Multiverse custom figures that I have been working on for a little while. So as you can see here, we have the new Martian Manhunter figure by McFarlane Toys. He is the rebirth version, so definitely not the classic version of the character, which you can actually see in the video in the background right there, as I've got one of those Funko soda pop figures back there. So Martian Manhunter, definitely one of my favorite characters of all. I would say he's probably my second favorite character in DC, right behind Superman. So, I've been hoping to get a Martian Manhunter figure in this toy line because I am, definitely just cherry picking my favorite characters or figures that I really like. I'm not getting everything in the McFarlane DC line. But when I saw this figure announced, I thought, all right, well, it's not too bad. It's not necessarily the version I really want. But I was still really excited about the figure, and as you're about to see, I bought two of them. But the problem that I had with this figure is not so much that it's a more modern version. It's mostly his height. This figure really ended up being way too short for my taste. Martian Manhunter is often depicted in the comic books or in the, the animated versions of the Justice League. He's always shown as being the tallest member of the league, at least, the core, 7 members. And, the figure is really short. If you look at some other pictures, some other reviews, because I don't have the original figure, except I'm just going to leave this one in the box. I'm not going to take this one out. I have a second one that I'm about to show you, but the one I'm about to show you is really different. So let me go ahead and just take him out and show you all the figure that I have created from the original Martian Manhunter figure. So you can see that, the chest area and the cape and the arms are all pretty much the same, but, the waist, the legs, the head, all different. So I just wanted to show this. That way you can see a comparison between the original figure in the packaging and the figure that I have now customized. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the original figure and focus on the custom here. So starting with the head, I actually really like the head sculpt that came on the original McFarlane figure. So it definitely it was fine. It's a good head sculpt. I just like this one a little better, and I actually just had this one from a custom very, very long time ago. This head is from the DC Universe Classics line that Mattel put out. This is the one that came with the, Martian form. So you can see that the head is, the Martian head. And I just prefer this one. And it, I had to put a little bit of, sticky tack on the, the peg, but it fit. So I think it looks really good. If it'll focus on there, it was focused. I just really think it looks good on this figure. So then I wanted the the head to match a little better. I just ended up painting it all a slightly different shade of green. So the whole body has been painted. And I actually had to mix 2 green colors together to get the exact green that I wanted. I'm really happy with this green. It's not too bright. It's not too dark. Very happy with the green color. So I pretty much left the upper body alone. All I did was paint the upper body. That's it. So, like I said in the beginning of the video, the biggest problem I had was the original figure's height. He was just too short. You know, way shorter than like the Superman, Batman, Flash figures, all those figures that we've gotten from McFarlane, you know, they're 7-inch scale figures. So I figure if it's 7-inch scale figure, then Martian Manhunter needs to be 8 inches tall. Like, that's just, you know, like if you're going to say, okay, these are 7 inches. So let's just say, you know, Superman and Batman, they're going to be 7-inch figures. Then Martian Manhunter should be an inch taller. That's just the way I feel. So what I did was, if you have watched some of my DC Multiverse custom videos before, or if you've watched some of my other videos from the past, this figure is going to look somewhat familiar to you. Okay, so this is a figure that I did a video on previously, and this is the Three Jokers Batman figure. I painted the figure blue, so I painted everything that was black, I painted blue, and then the shorts I painted blue to just have that more classic blue and gray Superman. I managed to, you know, get one that had a good bat symbol on it. Everything else was good. The problem with this figure is that he really was too tall. He was just too tall of a figure. So what I did is I swapped the legs. So the legs that are on the Martian Manhunter figure are the legs that were on the Three Jokers Batman, and the legs that are on the Batman figure are the legs that were on the Martian Manhunter figure. So what I had to do is obviously paint this part green, paint the boots the darker blue. I was trying to match the cape as best that I could. And then I had to sculpt the top of the boots to kind of hide the Batman-esque boots, right? Because Martian Manhunter, he usually has boots that have just like that kind of top part. And then same kind of thing here. I had to sculpt it to look more like Batman boots. And then, of course, paint these boots blue, paint these gray. I did manage to match the gray, I think, pretty well. Because, again, you know, these were originally black. And then the boots were black with some red trim. And then this, of course, would have been the Batman figure. So this would have been gray. And then that would have been the blue that I painted. So, I had to, I've shown this before in other videos where you know, you kind of have to split the legs and then you heat them up and you get, I have a little like flat, kind of like a flathead screwdriver, but tinier. You got to stick that in there and just gently pull the legs off. So I pulled the legs off of both figures. You definitely want to add heat. If you try to do it without warming them up first, you'll probably break it or stretch it out too far. But yeah, that's what I did. So I switched, well, I painted the legs first. So of course I took the original legs off of the figures, painted them, let them dry, paint them up again, added the sculpting and everything, and then, you know, put the leg, you know, swapped them, put the legs back on, and touched up and painted again. So yeah, but you can see now that, you know, Batman is a more appropriate size when you compare these guys. So, you know, I could even stand the Martian Manhunter figure to be a little taller, but it's a lot better than it was, for sure. This figure was definitely way too tall, and this one was way too short. So then I painted the shorts on Martian Manhunter as well. So those are the original shorts that came on the figure. I just painted them the dark blue and the red. Put a little kind of belt buckle thing on there. Originally, I had a circle to kind of match up here, and I wasn't really happy with the circle. I don't know if I'm really happy with the rectangle either. I don't know. I think it needs something besides just the plain red belt, but I'm still kind of playing around with it. I might try to do like gold or try to make it look more like a regular belt buckle. I know the classic version just has like the gold kind of circle on it. You know, kind of like this symbol, but down here and in yellow or gold. I don't know. I'm still thinking about that. But I'm really happy with how this figure turned out. You know, the biggest thing for me, again, was the height difference. He was just way too short to be a Martian Manhunter figure and fit in with this line. I am still trying to just have a classic Justice League group with these, you know, McFarlane DC Multiverse figures. Once I have that, I think I'll be, for the most part, you know, pretty much good. I'm still hoping they're going to release that rumored Atrocitus, you know, Build-A-Figure wave from Blackest Night. So we'll have to see if that ever gets made. and then, you know, definitely we need a classic, you know, just classic comic book version of Wonder Woman. Hopefully that'll come out soon. But I'm waiting on the Aquaman. I'm still finishing out my Flash custom. It's basically done. I'm just having a really hard time getting the belt just right. So my custom Flash figure will hopefully be done very soon by the time the Aquaman figure gets here. And then that'll be everybody. I'm just waiting on, hopefully they release that Kyle Rayner figure. That'll be my Green Lantern for the display. And then Wonder Woman. And then hopefully that'll be about it, unless they make some of my other really, you know, favorite characters in a classic version. And then just for comparison sakes here, I've got to get out my custom Superman figure that, again, I've showed off in a couple videos. So this is the, you know, the lighter blue Superman. If it'll focus, sort of. But yeah, so I think that the, I'm trying to get, there it goes. I think that the height for Martian Manhunter and Batman is much better, because this Batman figure was a tiny bit taller than Superman, but this Martian Manhunter was like way down there. So, yeah, I really like how these guys look together now. You know, like I said, I'm almost done with the Flash custom, hoping for a Kyle Rayner soon, hoping for a classic Wonder Woman, and hopefully the classic Aquaman will be on his way from Amazon in a couple days. And then we'll have kind of a more classic looking Justice League, which is what I want. So I would love to hear what you all think of these custom figures, and if you have any suggestions about improvements or just anything at all about the McFarlane DC Multiverse line. I would love to see what you all, you know, are thinking about in terms of the line and the figures. Like this video, and have a great day.